Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's Thursday morning, and ain't God good, and won't he do it? Oh, yes, he will. Oh, yes, he will. I know my listeners probably saying, Lee Craft, Lee Craft, Lee Craft. You said the same thing every morning. I'm going to say Enoch, Ewok, Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Look, today's show is I'm pretending to be deaf-blind. Lee Craft, what? Deaf-blind, Lee Craft? How you... Look, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatever@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, or Instagram. Look for the animated black man with a white beard smiling and profiling and finally realize y'all trying to size me up. Look, sometimes you gotta pretend to be deaf blind. Sometimes you see certain things, man, I wish I didn't see that. Or sometimes you hear certain things, man, I wish I didn't hear that. Lord, man, it's gonna stay with you. It's gonna stay with you, people. But look, though. This is the thing. Like I said, though, sometimes, I know some of y'all just like me. You done seen something you wish you hadn't seen. You done heard some things you wish you haven't heard, that you didn't hear. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you can't unsee it, and you can't unhear it, because it's there. But to the people who are deaf-blind, hey, I want my apologies. Like I said, because like I said, hey, God make no mistakes, right? And I'm just telling my story from this perspective. It's like, man, did I just see what I thought I saw? Then they look at you like, you looking at me like, you like right here. But no, people, when you see certain things that you shouldn't, well, you didn't want to see it, but it's meant for you to see, but not meant for you to tell. Sometimes, depending on where it is. You know what I'm saying? And you see somebody out, says a relative of yours or a partner of yours, and they doing something they shouldn't be doing, and should you tell that person? Or should you just say, you know what? I'm going to leave that alone. But if things go too far, right? Say the person want to decide I want to marry this person. What do? You're not caught between a rock and a hard spot. But you need to let that person know that, hey man, this is what I saw. It's up to you what you choose to do. If you want to forgive and move on, that's on you. But I'm just telling you what I saw. You know what I'm saying? So, and let it be that on that. And I know sometimes, you remember the three-way call? Sometimes you get what do they call it? A line added. What do you call that call? You on the phone talking to some, I guess the line kind of merged. You somebody else's conversation, but they can't hear you talking. Just imagine you recognize that voice, and that voice talking about you. What do you do? Do you confront them when you see them, or just, you know what? I'm deaf. I'm trying to get it out of my head. And a lot of times, what people do to try to get it out of their head, because they feel that if they tell that person what's going on and stuff, they're the reason for the breakup, or that person's going to start hating you. But be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing, that it's going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the what if guarantee. What if you add God to your diet? I guarantee you. Oh, man. Yeah, you're going to have sight and hear. You're going to have everything. And you're going to be able to heal some people, too. You might be able to lay hands on me. Look, I'm going to tell you this story. I work in this place, right? And was it toxic? It wasn't in the beginning. But it came to be that way because people, people just want to do anything to reach a certain plateau. They want to sell their soul. But anyway, though, this lady, Evelina and Cruella, however you want to call it, I'm walking upstairs to my manager's office, right? And young lady and I thought we was cool, and they're telling me, and they're basically lying on me. Walked in, I saw them. She didn't stop talking. Most people stop talking when somebody walk in and you talk about that person, right? She did. I said, man, how evil can you be? I told my wife about it. My wife said, that's I wish I didn't. I wish I was blind and deaf that day. You know what I'm saying? But God meant for me to see those things that was going on. So to prepare me for what was next. So, people, this is what was on my mind this morning about pretending to be deaf, blind, because like I said, a lot of times I know you saw certain things you wish you didn't see. I know you heard certain things that you wish you didn't hear. But what do you do with that information? What do you do with that information? Sometimes it's kind of hard because you got like, man, I got to, should I? Then you're struggling. That's when you get on your knees and you pray, ask God to let me know what I need to do. Because the truth, man, the truth is something else. The truth, people said, give me the truth all the time. Nah, I beg to differ. Depends on what your state of mind is at. Everybody ain't ready to handle the unfiltered truth. It break you down. They have two people broke down because especially if it's a loved one, somebody you care about, shoot, you're going to feel the same thing they feeling. And it happens to them. Ain't that love? Huh? Ain't that love? love. But that's all I'm saying, people. That was my topic for this morning, pretending to be deaf, blind. And like I said, hopefully you understood what I was talking about there. Because like I said, everybody's dealing with something. Everybody dealing with something. That's why I said no matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing, that it's going to be okay. As long as you make God a part of your life. You have to add him to your life because, hey, this world that we live in, people get caught in doing certain things. One mistake can destroy everything it took 20 years to build. That's all I'm saying. Now they got 10, 15 more mistakes. You got to think about that one. Shoot, God, dog. You what the word can you? Man, I can't think of the word I want to use. I guess a perfectionist, but that ain't what I want to use. But I guess you're a perfectionist. You keep on, I guess you golly. What word can I use? Good people, I'm sorry for that. But you know what I'm saying, though. Somebody keep on doing something. I want to use a different word than repeat offender. But you keep on doing it until you finally get caught and you lose everything you got. Then that person that you lost, you'll never be the same. Bet you have somebody that's good to you and was good for you. Now they're going to be good to somebody else and good for somebody else. And you sitting there, I guess it's like the cowardly lion, ain't it? But that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, people. One mistake shouldn't destroy everything that y'all have. Like I said, everybody's different. Some people can't handle certain things. But if you built a union that long and stuff, and somebody make one slip up, you got to find a way, like I said, to block it out. I know you probably say, Lee Craft, what would you do, Lee Craft? I try to find a way to block it out. That's what I would try to do especially if I love that person. That's what I would try to do. Now, if I come find out about 17 more times, how I get here? How in the world did I get here? Huh? Y'all already locked Lee Craft up for what? I don't know what he did, but they say he did something. They say he was deaf blind, but I'm trying to think, he deaf blind. How did he catch him? How did he hear it? Well, I guess it ain't adding up, right? But that was on my mind this morning. So, like, people, if I say anything that's incorrect, if I say anything that offended anybody, I apologize. But like I said, hey, that was on my mind this morning, so hopefully you enjoyed the show this morning. But like my children always said, Daddy, you're not a good storyteller. Take time, Daddy, and research your story, Daddy, or let me tell the stories for you. I said, really? I said, yes, yeah. I said, okay, yes. I'm going to have them on and tell the story for me. So with that being said, Lee Craft, this is my podcast. If you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people. If you want to have a real conversation, have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God, thank you. Stay blessed.